Section 6 of English Synonyms and Antonyms. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Julie Vermollicham. English Synonyms and Antonyms by James Champlin Fernald. Allot to ambition. Allot. Synonyms: appoint, apportion, assign, award, destine, distribute, divide, give, grant, mete out, portion out, select, set apart. Allot, originally to assign by lot, applies to the giving of a definite thing to a certain person. A portion or extent of time is allotted, as I expect to live out my allotted time. A definite period is appointed, as the audience assembled at the appointed hour. Allot may also refer to space, as to allot a plot of ground for a cemetery. But we now often use select, set apart, or assign. Allot is not now used of persons. Appoint may be used of time, space, or person, as the appointed day, the appointed place. An officer was appointed to this station. Destine may also refer to time, place, or person, but it always has reference to what is considerably in the future. A man appoints to meet his friend in 5 minutes. He destines his son to follow his own profession. Assign is rarely used of time, but rather of places, persons, or things. We assign a work to be done, and assign a man to do it, who, if he fails, must assign a reason for not doing it. That which is allotted, appointed, or assigned, is more or less arbitrary. That which is awarded is a due requital of something the receiver has done, and he has a right and a claim to it, as the medal was awarded for valour. Compare apportion. Antonyms: appropriate, confiscate, deny, resume, retain, seize, withhold. Prepositions: allot to a company for a purpose. Allow. Synonyms: admit, concede, consent to, grant, let, permit, sanction, suffer, tolerate, yield. We allow that which we do not attempt to hinder. We permit that to which we give some express authorization. When this is given verbally, it is called permission. When in writing, it is commonly called a permit. There are establishments that anyone will be allowed to visit without challenge or hindrance. There are others that no one is allowed to visit without a permit from the manager. There are others to which visitors are admitted at specified times without a formal permit. We allow a child's innocent intrusion. We concede a right, grant a request, consent to a sale of property, permit an inspection of accounts, sanction a marriage, tolerate the rudeness of a well-meaning servant, submit to a surgical operation, yield to demand or necessity against our wish or will, or yield something under compulsion, as the sheriff yielded the keys at the muzzle of a revolver, and allowed the mob to enter. Suffer, in the sense of mild concession, is now becoming rare, its place being taken by allow, permit, or tolerate. Compare permission. Antonyms: deny, disallow, disapprove, forbid, protest, refuse, reject, resist, withstand. See also synonyms for prohibit. Prepositions: to allow of, in best recent usage, simply to allow, such an action, allow one in such a course, allow for spending money. Alloy. Synonyms: admixture, adulteration, debasement, deterioration. Alloy may be either some admixture of baser with precious metal, as for giving hardness to coin or the like, or it may be a compound or mixture of two or more metals. Adulteration Debasement and deterioration are always used in the bad sense. Admixture is neutral, and may be good or bad. Alloy is commonly good in the literal sense. An excess of alloy virtually amounts to adulteration, but adulteration is now mostly restricted to articles used for food, drink, medicine, and kindred uses. In the figurative sense, as applied to character, etc., alloy is unfavourable, because there the only standard is perfection. Allude. Synonyms: advert, hint, imply, indicate, insinuate, intimate, mention, point, refer, signify, suggest. Advert, mention, and refer are used of language that more or less distinctly utters a certain thought, the others of language from which it may be inferred. We allude to a matter slightly, perhaps by a word or phrase, as it were in by-play. We advert to it when we turn from our path to treat it. We refer to it by any clear utterance that distinctly turns the mind or attention to it, as marginal figures refer to a parallel passage. We mention a thing by explicit word, as by naming it. The speaker adverted to the recent disturbances and the remissness of certain public offices. Though he mentioned no name, it was easy to see to whom he alluded. One may hint at a thing in a friendly way, but what is insinuated is always unfavourable, generally both hostile and cowardly. One may indicate his wishes, intimate his plans, imply his opinion, signify his will, suggest a course of action. Compare suggestion. Preposition: the passage evidently alludes to the Jewish Passover. Allure. Synonyms: attract, cajole, captivate, coax, decoy, draw, entice, inveigle, lure, seduce, tempt, win. To allure is to draw, as with allure, by some charm or some prospect of pleasure or advantage. We may attract others to a certain thing without intent, as the good unconsciously attract others to virtue. We may allure either to that which is evil, or to that which is good and noble, by purpose and endeavour, as in the familiar line, "Allure to brighter worlds and let the way." Goldsmith, Deserted Village, line 170. Lure is rather more akin to the physical nature. It is a word we would use of drawing on an animal. Coax expresses the attraction of the person, not of the thing. A man may be coaxed to that which is by no means alluring. Cajole and decoy carry the idea of deceiving and ensnaring. To inveigle is to lead one blindly in. To tempt is to endeavour to lead one wrong. To seduce is to succeed winning one from good to ill. Win may be used in either a bad or a good sense, in which latter it surpasses the highest sense of allure, because it succeeds in that which allure attempts, as "he that winneth souls is wise." Proverbs 11:30. Antonyms: chill, damp, deter, dissuade, drive away, repel, warn. Prepositions: allure to a course, allure by hopes, allure from evil to good. Also. Synonyms: as well as, besides, in addition, in like manner, likewise, similarly, to, withal. While some distinctions between these words and phrases will appear to the careful student, yet in practice the choice between them is largely to secure euphony and avoid repetition. The words fall into two groups: as well as, besides, in addition, to, withal, simply add a fact or thought. Also, in like manner, likewise, similarly, affirm that what is added is like that to which it is added. As well follows the word or phrase to which it is joined. We can say the singers as well as the players, or the players and the singers